be a be a good way to get some cash up first. I'm really sorry to hear to that streamer. Send them my condolences. If they ever want to raid, let us drop the streamer in either chat or the stream channel on Discord. I'd like to see who they are. Guys, the mental's low today. Hence the Ludovic. The job apps, they're taking my soul. I've quite a lot. We have quite a lot of art philosophy to talk about today. I'm picking out papers for what we're gonna do along today. We have the mental shot. We have repairs to do. It's gonna be a low roar Ludovic. Maybe even, guys. I said if I ever play this, or if you ever catch me listening to this, to call somebody, but I may introduce you guys to the silent sounds of the stars underneath the lid. That's probably the most powerful ambient album I have. That's like that's tucked in to the, like, you know, in Doctor Strange where they have like the forbidden texts. That's that for me. That has like the same emotional impact, even though it's extremely popular. What's the one that was like made for like to represent like Alzheimer's or dementia? It got really popular everywhere at the end of time. It's kind of like that if it wasn't popular. I want to kind of hate on everywhere at the end of time a little bit because it's popular, but no, I think it's a fantastic album. It does a lot emotionally. Anyways, here I'm gonna organize my papers before we get kicked off. I have a messy setup, messy mind. Everybody, how's it going? I have actually the lights off in my room right now. You guys probably can't tell, uh, but it's giving that kind of vibe. How are you doing? Timer's not set. Interesting. Let me know if the music's too loud or anything. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. It is currently 2 o'clock. It is time to get our stream on. I'm busy watching a bunch of guides for Zomboid. Got a lock in? Hell yes, Lobo. Are you gonna be Lobo? Just tell me when, and I'll just launch the server. Oh wait, we have a spare page here. I could use that. I really need to organize. Oh goodness, really need to organize all this mess. It's not 2 o'clock. True. It is currently 9 p.m. for our friend QR. QR, I'd like to thank you again for directing me to the certain. Is it okay if I tell people what you gave me? What our big discussion currently? Smaller streamer is kind of a relative wording, brother. If I click on here and he has more followers than me, I'm gonna smack you. 3.4k followers. Fuck you. Okay, but yeah, that's real. Sure, yeah, okay, so yeah, QR was kind enough to send me a job application. Filled it out. It was quite a nice job application compared to the American ones. I'll always rant about how much I hate American job apps. If you see a weird ass name, my name is relatively weird QR, and they're like, "Hey, is this the referral?" That's probably me. If you need to confirm, just DM me. But yeah, I have an interview probably about 2 hours after stream today. Not with QR's application. I hope I hear back from that one. I was just gonna assume it's you. You just write off anybody, yeah. But yeah, the job apps. Where do we start with today? He's got 3,000 subs, but that's when he last streamed 6 years ago. Gotcha. There's a random fake one too. Yeah, double check with me. How about that? For the sake of security, double check with me. You're gonna be like, this is you do not look like your name. Actually, you're gonna say I look like my name. Everyone says it, but yeah. We'll start off. Jeez. With warm up today, everybody. With some let's do some stacking boxes. But yeah, so this sounds like a cry for help. Please don't interpret it as such. It's just kind of, I'm like now that I'm locked in my room per se, I don't really have anywhere to go during the day except for errands and the gym. That leaves a lot of room for introspection, right? And kind of like observing my last couple years of go to a jazz bar already. I do need to do that. And I know not many agree with me, but I love going to places alone and just being an NPC. So I would be very happy just fucking sitting in the background at a jazz bar. I'd be lame though. I only really like beer. I don't like any fancy schmancy drinks. I just order a Dos Equis and sit there. It'll be a bit of a weird look, but I feel like you have to drink something sophisticated while at a jazz bar. Anyways, um, the past 8 to 10 years of my engineering education, and I'm counting, when I was maybe 10 years old, or 12 years old when I first picked up Python to now, right? Um, I feel like the thesis for what I'm about to say is I feel like I am too slow for this world. Like I was born. Maybe this is like the result of my recent ego lashing that I've been giving myself, trying to really like humble the shit out of myself. Um, I was maybe meant to be just a farmer, man. Of course, our quality of living is much better than the farmer then. Uh, but I don't know, like a farmer, and I tend to my crop, I tend to my family, I engage with the culture and world around me. I live off the land, and I fall asleep and do it the same next day. I feel like if you toss a job application at a peasant of old, it'd probably explode. What would you rather have, the job application or the Doritos? Not to mention you lose American jazz bar privileges if you went to the EU. Oh, jazz is never meant to be a fancy thing. True. Then again, the ones near me are pretty fancy. Like they're meant to be fancy places, but yeah, I agree. Jazz was never meant to be that. As the guy who played in the jazz band, I know how it goes. um, but yeah, I don't like all this. Trying to find a good way to put it. Like, I do love pursuing my craft, but I don't like the consequence if I choose to take a day off, right? I feel like that's basically just move into a farm, do exactly most of not all expenses covered. True. I just that life doesn't provide the same kind of security I'm looking for, but then again, what life is secure? How's it going, PRS? Like I know Italy apparently has like you could just adopt a farm, adopt a castle or stuff like that. Maybe PRS could confirm that. I've heard of situations like that. Yeah, like I don't care for luxury. I mean, I do quite. I like compared to the rest of the world, I live a privileged life. I live practically in luxury in some respects, right? I'm able to stream every day while unemployed, right? But I don't know. You want security, so you're doing IT. True. Uh, sounded like that sounded like ADISS. I haven't heard of that. I mean, it's just not very secure, I think. But yeah, so I don't think any of it's for me. It kind of reminds me a diss. No, no, you're right. It is it's true. It's not a very secure job, especially right now. This is because like I've always had a love for engineering and making things and solving problems, and I always will. I can't really purge that from myself. And I think that it's the core philosophy of why I refuse to do art for money is because I've seen how people will take my engineering from me and take my joy for creation, regardless of skill. Take skill out of that. I'm a good engineer. I'm a bad engineer. Who cares? Throw it out. They see a workhorse. They see a person who's motivated and they want to get every last drip out of it because they understand that they can do whatever they want to you and hold your passions captive. How's it going, Jizma? I hope you're well. How'd the eclipse go? Very important. But yeah, all to say, I could rant about it for a billion hours and lament. Um, I don't like how fast the world's moving. Sadly, the pessimist in me, the realist even maybe, believes it is too late to put on the brakes. Was cool. Not as dark as I thought it would be. I feel so dumb. When I was looking at the path yesterday, it's mainly at like Spain. It seems like Spain's getting a lot of it. But huge, very cool stuff. Kind of forgot about it, meh. Because like I never actually looked into the coverage for the United States. Off grid. That's the thing. I don't know. I want my McDonald's maybe. Okay, I'm not that much of a McDonald's fan. I do enjoy the luxuries of a modern world, but if you're in chat, you can contractually afford the Alps. I fuck with it. I've always imagined going to the Alps mainly because I'm a huge fan of romantic novels and like Frankenstein. Like we cannot deny Frankenstein being the paradigm for like returning to the Alps and healing the soul, right? That's like the whole like literally that shit happens so many times. If that was a shonen, that's like the power up secret sequence. We can build McDonald's and a Wi-Fi hotspot. That's fair. I mean, I'm okay with moving far in that regard. Italy doesn't like McDonald's. I saw plenty of McDonald's in Rome, and like actually a lot less than I expected in Florence. Man, Florence was so pretty. I love Florence so much. Just is way too damn hot. Wasn't ready for that shit. Chris, I don't think you were here for this story. Um, but I was probably the most jet lagged I've ever been in my life when I was in Italy. And we got to a hotel in Florence, and the day I woke up at like 2 a.m. And I stayed up till like probably 11 a.m. And I was like, I need a nap. And so I got into my hotel room, which had no AC. So I literally just opened all the windows and like laid booty ass naked on the bed until like I felt like I didn't want to die. And I'm pretty sure like if I didn't drink water before I fell asleep right there, I probably would have died. Like I like that shit that was life changing. That was I can't believe I survived that. I feel like I survived a war or something right there. I don't know. That was during the heat wave that was a couple years ago. Can confirm I was the water. But Florence actually, don't tell the people of my homeland this, but Florence is where I had the best steak ever. Bistecca de I can't remember. It's not Florentina. Was it that Bistecca de Florentina? I don't know. But that shit was insane. But yes, have you? I'm assuming you've been to Italy. Wait, Riptide. I just realized if Riptide's here. Oh wait, that's sorry. Okay, that's not actually Riptide. That's Saturn named Riptide. Okay, I may be changing that back, but yeah, yeah, you're Saturn. Well, it's on on the screen Saturn. Yeah, I because Riptide I think is in Germany right now. Yes, skippity bum bum. Okay, so I want this to like turn towards us, right? It's kind of cascading too much. I want it to like turn. Can I just be Saturn? Yeah, I think that's good. Combo chat activate. You are now Saturn. May it just be Gizma? I just reset it. I can make you Gizma in a bit if you remind me, Sir Gizma. Ah, why'd you not become Saturn? Who knows? And okay, thank you very much for joining us, QR. Now I could talk about actually. I dragged QR here kind of because I wanted to talk about something we talked about, but I've just been distracted. I should add the new exercises in my website, but new exercise break save files because Copilot decided to save button states by index for some reason. Interesting. I thought you said you weren't you are Saturn now. Yay. I thought you said you weren't using LLMs. Once again, no judgment. I'm not passing judgment. I'm just curious about your methodology here. Speaking of LMs, this is a perfect segue. Subway? Surfers. I did for the generator. MLMs. We love MLMs. Guys, I should start an MLM. Don't worry, I got it. Because it's really complicated. No, there's valid. Hi, Cat. Oh, yo, Cat. How's it going, Cat? What's up? I wanted to talk about a concept that I learned about maybe a year ago, because it was released as a YouTube video, and through my philosophy class, through discussion with others, I've developed this idea. I'd like to present it to you guys because I had a very interesting debate with my mother this morning, and QR and I briefly talked about it today. Because say what you will about LLMs, right? They're bad, or LLMs and AI code gen for the myriad of reasons, right? But it's at least a little bit more generally accepted as coding tools. No hat, didn't feel like it. They're generally more accepted as coding tools, right? Everyone's like, yeah, they're kind of bad for everything, but coding tools will accept, right? Of course, we hate the data centers. They aren't a perfect tool without any scrutiny, but yeah, we've established the kind of norm, right? I also think there's a hidden, which I think is now more being addressed. There's a hidden cost with using LLMs, which is a cognicide, right? The allure of being able to pick up something rather quickly is good and it's cool, but it kills the brain, right? Because you're like, oh well, you become dependent on it in a way. And I don't think the knee jerk reaction is the calculator argument, which is like, oh, everyone was scared of the calculator, but society still runs. But LLMs aren't a calculator, right? Calculators intend to replace the thinking about math, the arithmetic. But LLMs, whether intended or not, kind of replace higher level thought, like critical thinking, right? I'm trying to make sense of it. I've tried to, no, and I'm not saying you are purist. Don't worry. I literally messaged QR before stream. And I was like, I want to talk about this because we were talking about it. Is that cool? And QR was like, shut the hell up. You don't have to ask every time. And I'm like, cool. He didn't access that. And hello, Evie. I hope you're well. You've walked into the nth conversation on the Kavel Draws channel about LLMs. Yay, 5 and a :3. Holy moly. But yeah, it's scary, right? LLMs do. Oh, Tupook, welcome to the stream. LLMs does destroy problem solving and creativity, in my opinion, and I agree with you. Not to make this an echo chamber, we do encourage, and I will not hound you for takes that are opposing of me or anybody in chat. In fact, I'll defend you from people who are disrespectful in chat, but people typically don't do that here, so don't worry about that. But yeah, no, and it breeds a kind of defense mechanism. And some of the developers I've worked with in university who are afraid to admit that they're using LLMs to code, they try hiding it. But do you think I'm fucking dumb? I've been programming for 10 years. I'm not a professional, but I know when you're using LLMs. I fucking know. Don't lie to me. And so if the moment you don't admit that you're using an LLM, I don't know how to critique your code, right? And then in half the time it's they can't even explain to me how the code works, right? It's the difference between trying to recall a book and explain the story to someone and reading the book out loud to them, right? I can't support AI in any capacity. That's totally valid. It has done detrimental things to this world. And Tupuk, welcome once again. You came in at an interesting time. I hope you are well, though. How much of a problem is AI in terms of programming? So that's the thing. Is cognicide is one, and then the environmental impact, right? Generally speaking, a lot of code is placed under a Creative Commons license or the MIT licenses on GitHub. So its efficacy and the ethical nature of training on it isn't really as contested. It is still more of a legal issue, but it's not as in my opinion, morally bankrupt as training on art. Not saying that coding isn't art, but let's take a break for a second in that regard, right? And, we have to think about coding can be a little bit more of a solved process rather than art, right? There is an optimal way of doing something as far as our technology can provide. But yeah. Surely come up with a solution of my own, but I just don't want to spend the time finding the solution. Exactly, yeah. And so that's the mix, right? Because it's like when Unity came out, and a lot of other game developers were kind of shitting on Unity devs because they're like, we've lowered the bar so much that we're going to get a lot of slop. And then people who don't necessarily know what they're doing. But of course, this is a different scale. It's melting our brains, yes. Sounds like a good time to me. Got to good to listen while taking a break from an art piece that I'm challenged with. What are you working on? Tupuk, by the way, if you're feel free to drop any links of what you work on in chat. Are you a traditional artist? I'm trying to like hop between like the AI rant and the I'm genuinely curious. Please feel free to drop whatever you're working on in chat. We'd love to see it. But yeah, the cognicide and the kind of derangement that I've seen about AI, and one of the arguments, and I'm not putting my mom on blast here, right? I want to encourage the kind of conversation with her, and she's like, well, Photoshop is a tool, and you make art, and AI is a tool, and you make art. I'm like, true. I do think AI generated pieces can be art. However, is it art that's close to the human soul? No, barely, right? Because whenever I look at art and I appreciate it and I engage with it and I think it's valuable to me, is when I can read the strokes and they tell me something, right? Like there was intent behind every single part of this. And that kind of intent can only be imbued by brushing something across the page or intentionally choosing a note, right? But there's a lot of intent abstracted. And so then you're like, well, what if I told the LLM to make this line and this line? And I'm like, then use Photoshop, bro. Yeah, hard to disagree. Could you explain your disagreement why it can be art? Anytime someone mentions AI, I always remember a quote from Dune. I think it suits the situation perfectly. What is that quote? Currently working at my first acrylic. Ooh, acrylic on glass. Trying to figure out the best background for it. 2 sandhill cranes. You're a bird and you're... Oh my god, you're at the right stream. Holy moly. Or at least, like, you're drawing birds. I'm not sure if... I don't post enough to have any links offhand. That's totally fine. But holy, that's awesome. We love birds here. I'm a huge bird lover. Our mascot is a bird. I'm named after one. Really? Which bird? I want to Google this real quick. I'm just gonna look up your name. Okay, it's autocorrecting toothpick. So don't Google that. Is it a toot? Is there a toot bird? That'd be so funny. There's coots. I love coots. I was they are native to or at least there's some of them. I'm not sure if they're native in the Netherlands. Is it a pook? Pook bird. Pukeko. Pukeko? Dude, I love Pukeko. There's no thought behind it. It's just programs and algorithms stealing real artist work and creating soulless slop. Pookbird would have been made. Hey, we got a Pukeko, and if you don't know Pukeko, look up the Pukeko meme. You know what it is. So I would like to contest that, Gizmo, right? Is if we call and like this is where I want your take, right? This is a bit of like the Socratic dialogue. You know those people on TikTok, those artists, and there was like a huge debate around these people about taking the paint cans and like whipping them, and they go across the room in like a pendulum motion, and they randomly just kind of like pseudo randomly spray out ink and or like paint everywhere, right? I see that as the same kind of randomized process that an LLM performs, right? Or like a DL performs, right? For AI image gen. I see it as a pseudo random process moved by some initial force with a human hand, right? And at the end of the day, I just kind of, my personal definition of art is that which humans imbue meaning into, right? So the duct tape banana on a wall, right? Piss Christ, stuff like that. That's, and so humans have imbued meaning into these things and they've become art. That takes some level of skill. Speed to paint falls, the way canvas rotates. I like the art? No, but subjective. I don't like it either, but yes, it's subjective. But that's the thing. It's like, if it's a skill-based argument, right? One, I do think prompting does take skill. Believe it or I know that sounds silly. But even for the skillless stuff, right? Like a simple line on a page can be an art piece. That took no skill at all. Art is human-made. I believe it's human-made, but once again, I'm gonna return to the humans project meaning onto, right? Because I consider the stuffed crows smear all over a painting or elephants. I consider that art, and I find it really romantic to believe it is. And once again, we can have our separate opinions. No one has the definitive. This is art, right? But I do hold it because it feels like most logically consistent and opens the avenue to be a little bit more scrutinous of AI generated stuff. I agree with prompting does take skill. It technically takes the skill of language being able to text visual. Yeah, right. Now, is it a skill like fucking Turan Fiddler or even Jizma? No, not at all, right? The skill that Jizma has in making art, not at all. I feel like it's soulless. I feel like let's look at the culture, right? Look at the people who are making AI generated art. I like to point you to isn't it Jazza's brother drawing with Jazza's brother? Um, that like just generates like Superwoman, and she has like really like her cleavage is super exposed, and like all the AI bros, and they're just generating like extremely scantily dressed women. I'm like, brother, you just want porn. Yet isn't Jazz's brother like an AI bro? Here, wait. Yep. Family drama between Jazza and Shadiversity. Yeah. Not to throw Jazza under the bus. He's an amazing creator. He's going through a rough time right now. We love Jazza, right? Jazza's a good guy. He has a good heart. Um, for all that I've engaged with him, but Shadiversity is a fucking weirdo. It's bad. He's like hasn't he gone into like the alt-right pipeline? Whatever. That's all, guys. Anyways, and I know what you mean about prompting being a skill, and some people do it better than others. I just won't call the final product art. That's totally valid. Bless Jazz and his family right now, for real, for real. It kind of pisses me off. No, it doesn't piss me off. I feel like such an asshole, kind of. I don't know. Poor timing, because we started doing the Make a Wish fundraising, and then right when I'm like, okay, we're gonna take a break for a bit so I can cuss on stream, right? Um, he releases the video about his wife's cancer, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I want to do another campaign. I want to raise some money for him and his family, but like, I'm not gonna put that on you guys to like. I've already taken your money. We've raised fucking $600 for charity. We're gonna be on break right now, right? And if you are so willing, please just go over to them in your own time, right, and toss what you can. But yeah, Shadiversity, dude, that shit is so sad. I'm sure he has enough means. Yeah, he seems like they I know it hurt my soul because the last video I watched from him was the one where he's talking about downsizing, and then that happens. I mean, man, I'm sure he's doing well. Yeah, yeah. He is one of the biggest art YouTubers, right? So he definitely has a fan base who can support him for sure. But yeah, him and his wife clearly are such hard workers, and of course you've seen me how emotional I get about all that stuff, right? Um, and how impactful that could be. So I wish them the best, of course. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, the cultural phenomenon of the AI bro, they just want porn, man. That's all they want. It's fucking. I'm sorry, like that's. It's not that engaging with the soul. Can we return to Father Northern Line? Okay, that sounds parasocial as fuck. Scrub that from the VOD. Can we return to what Northern Line said though? And it's like, you are getting your rocks off to a fucking what a machine is producing. You feel like how antithetical to the human condition that is, like misanthropic. That. What do you mean? I never saw anyone cry here. True. But yeah, it feels so perverse that's become the paradigm. And like these motherfuckers are going to their like llama models, their jailbroken llama models, and like, today I want Catwoman, but with her shirt unzipped. Like, bro, fucking take Drawbox, go to Proco, go to New Masters Academy, take the Fundy courses, and then go into your anatomy and then draw your own boobs. It is so much more fun. I wouldn't know. But yeah, don't worry, I'm not a pro AI media advocate. But I love the way you do your lines. The connecting dots multiple times without striking the paper is not only fascinating, but also shows them its precision. Thank you very much. Draw your own porn ethic. Two very different comments, and I love it. That's how like tossy turny. What is the word I'm looking for? The stream is. But yes, yeah, we're warming up right now. Just trying to lock the mind in a little bit. Make sure our strokes are in order because we're gonna be working on some construction today. Ironically, a lot of that construction will be with a ruler, but I still, I've already been drawing a little bit today. Still working on TS Block's commission, which I'm so excited for. Do I have a Discord? I do. However, I don't hand it out willy-nilly. Even though Tupuk, you seem like an awesome person. Stay with us for a couple streams, just because I'm like, there are some weirdos on the internet, and I just want to make sure like we've kind of passed the the barriers, right? Just a little bit. That's kind of the vibe. Okay, huge. I don't want to make it feel like you have to like show up to stream to engage with the community. In fact, that kind of makes it harder, right? When you don't feel like you're part of the community that you're engaging with, but do not worry. PRS, whoa! Holy crap! This is what you did because you passed lesson 4? PRS, you know, like, well, you just passed lesson 5 as well, but holy, you're next level, dude. PRS just sent me some awesome art. What about it? Good stuff. YouTube chat broken? I don't think so. This is one for lesson 4. Oh, awesome stuff. Oh, I envy your painting skills so much. One day I'll be there, PRS. One day I'll be there. Oof. That was a bit rough. But at the same time, you know, I'm gonna return to the rant I had at the beginning of the stream. I'm gonna take it slow. I'm tired of marching in this world and they're like, we need you to dance to the beat of our own drum. Wow, I just realized how much I suck with brush pins when I'm holding straight down versus using the like edge of it. That's pretty impressive. Let's do an organic form. I just want to lock in my smaller lines with that. We all need to take your time. I think that's something that's also being taken away with LLMs and AI in general. Yes, making everyone feel rushed. Why one day when it could be today? I'm working on something. It's actually not as painterly as yours, but I'm definitely going a direction that is very different. It's just, you know, this drawing's probably going to take me 20 hours, maybe 30, 20 to 30, somewhere in that range. Actually, no, it could probably take like 15. But I'm just taking my time with it. I'm exploring and being me, right? But yeah, no, I feel like we're in the era ruled by the chainsaw philosophy, you know, move fast, break things. I'm tired of moving fast and I don't really care for breaking things. I think we're seeing the, not to be pessimistic or too pessimistic. I think we are seeing end the end times, if that's a good word, for the race to the bottom. I think we're seeing the bottom, right? It's a bean. It is. Are you drawing digitally or traditionally on your project? I am drawing half and half, but mainly digitally. I don't. Well, then so yeah, not half and half. Before I dabbled in art, if I ever wanted to create anything, I would do commission artists. Want to know something that makes my heart kind of warm? Despite the advent of two things. One, despite the advent of AI generated art, right? Commissions have relatively remained the same. I can't remember where I found that statistic. I'll try to find it after stream just to verify. Of course, they took a hit, but it's not like as bad, especially not as bad as the actual market for jobs, which kind of signals that people still want human-made art, and somehow the companies aren't getting that memo. And two, I still have the freaks who join my chat every once in a while and ask me to draw some freaky shit. Even though they could easily go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, make fucking blah, 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 right? It's actually the rise of AI that's made me start supporting online artists. I only watch art streamers. Hell yes. I watch too much Feinberg. The thing is that AI makes it hard for artists too, so many times their hard work art is considered AI. True. I don't like the witch hunt philosophy. I do believe like we should call out AI where we should, but like I don't think we should witch hunt it. Like if someone is scamming people on Twitter by using AI to be a part of their process, or at least, you know, not signaling that, right? And making it seem like, oh, no AI, and then they use it, like, bro. Draw Bean with a smiley holding a mug that has a tiny Pukeko on it. Man, I made you some Pukeko. I love Pukeko so much. Someone feeding to your work to AI. I've gladly never seen that, but I feel like that could be in the future. I mean, they probably scraped my personal website already, which, let's be real, they're not gaining much from that, right? But it is still, you know, feeding the beast. I do have a no robots thing, but like, come on. I probably should glaze my art. Keep gravel away from AI. I did click on the YouTube has a thing. It's like AI generate a thumbnail, and it generated the freakiest looking gravel. They scan web. Oh yeah, they've been crawling websites for since like 2023. Cloudflare released a statement. I think it was like a month ago that like 50% of traffic, or like a huge percent, like 60 or 70% of traffic, um, is now bots. Like glaze your art, man. And I mean, TS Block. I don't know the science behind glazing, but TS Block said like glazing doesn't work for some models now. So who knows? They're going to start using Twitch streams to train AI. Yeah, if you guys saw the streaming channel, Monk actually warned me about it, and I turned it off. I turned off the setting here. Glazing. Okay, so here, let me finish this, and we're gonna have a little computer science rant because this is somewhat my field. Yay! Kavel gets to rant about what he was researching a couple semesters ago. Modify. Yes, basically, yeah, kind of. It can't be trained on so much. Okay, so here, wait. Let's do. Oh, I forgot to do a marker for warm up. Oh, I didn't even see you got automated. OMG, the NSFWS to AI is so real. Don't worry, PRS. We can DM each other our own AI generated NSFW though. Okay. Slash marker. Marker. Yeah. Let me take a sip of water. So basically, there's two types of AI when it comes to images or just classifying things. We're going to be talking about classifiers right now. So that is basically you put something into the classifier and it either says 1 or 0. It's a binary decision. There's other stuff, but we're keeping it simple for now. Anyone, or actually me, that doesn't deserve it, you get banned. No, I'm kidding. But we're going to talk about classifiers, right? And so, you know, if I want to generate a image with AI, that's typically a DL, deep learning, right? I had, because like you can do machine learning, but machine learning is like more simple. You could call machine learning a little bit more dumb compared to DL, but it has its separate use cases, right? But we're going to be talking about deep learning. Deep learning, for all intents and purposes, it does not look at an image like a human does. Remember, we have to remember that it's looking at it in terms of bits and bytes. So you can kind of mess with the neurons, or knowing the neurons, of these DL models by changing up the byte signature of an image. You can literally take an image, apply a very small filter mask to it that's barely recognizable to the human eye, but to the deep learning, to the DL model, it looks like a panda or stuff like that. The actually original research paper on this, it had like a picture of a panda and it convinced the DL that it was a cat and vice versa. It's really cool. My background is adversarial machine learning, or adversarial malware, and I use machine learning and deep learning to detect malware. So what you could do with malware, once again, it's a file, it's just a bunch of bytes, is you can change the byte signature to make it look like a goodware, like a good piece of software, even though it's the exact same one with encoding, right? It's not that simple, right? You would have to do like a dropper or different coding methods. Methods. Oh my god, methods. You know, XOR is still like insanely powerful because it's a one-time pad, right? Information theoretic secure. But like, yeah, so you're just changing what the computer sees. So when it comes to poisoning or glazing is just making it unreadable, but poisoning, specifically when it comes to your images, is changing the byte signature such that it thinks it's something completely opposite. So not only are you saying like, hey, I'm tricking you into thinking it's not the thing, but I'm tricking you into thinking it's a panda when it's a cat, right? So you're just making it dumber. Does this work on modern DLs? I don't know. I'm like, my brain is like in 2023, 2024. There's probably been crazy advancements since then on all that stuff. We are losing the fight, but that's okay because I can close my sketchbook and they can't get into that, my physical one. So of course, yeah. So yeah, TS Block knows some more. TS Block, if you're watching, we would love if you could point us to some research resources or research on the subject. But the weird part is I can't see a world where that is solved. Because as long as you can change the byte signature, unless you do something very visual, like, you know, my very because, like, think about it, right? If you change the byte signature, but there's some kind of model that can ignore that, there has to be information loss, if that makes sense, right? Like we have good image. I make it poisoned image. Then the DL training off of poison image needs to lose information from the poison image to take the poison out. Which means if it looks at a good image, another one, then it has to lose information as well to make sure it's not poisoned, right? Think of it this way. If I wanted to change, make sure the byte signature wasn't anything adversarial, I could point a camera at my monitor and make it look at images, so it's losing some information. So even if it's poisoned or not, it doesn't totally matter, because that information is lost. It's doing something visual, but like that means it's losing information, and the stuff it's trained off of looks like it's on a monitor. And so you'd have to do a lot of data annotation and cleanup, if that's even reasonable, right? Like that's kind of like my knee jerk thought process on that. So yeah, I love it when he just talks. My bad, Ben. Let's put the fries in the bag. So who knows, right? We'll figure it out. At the end of the day, hey, maybe this gets everyone to go back to like pseudo traditional. Like everyone draws digitally but prints it out and mails it to each other. That's a sad world, but it's kind of fucking cool, right? I don't know. You make me feel smooth brained. We're all smooth brained. Like fucking wait till a smart person comes by. Other than you guys, we're all smart in our own regards, I guess. And it's like, Kavel, you're so fucking wrong. Sending art with pigeons, dude. Art pigeons. Let's fucking go. I watched a video recently. I think it was a SciShow, or was it Maya? I think it was Maya. And she was talking about how carrier pigeons actually worked, and they're one way. So they'll always return to their nest because something with like magnets or shit in their brains points them home. Like they have a very good sense of direction. So they're like one way. So pigeons are so weird for that, but we love them for it. We fuck with them so heavy. I want a pigeon so bad, but I don't want to be a single gay guy with a bird. That's like a bad look, right? So I don't know. Anyways, okay, lesson 6, guys. Yes, I wish we had more pigeons where I live, but we have grackles. And even though they're not as smart, they're not as dumb either. So I used to own pigeons. Did I tell you that? No, what? What the heck? You're flexing on us. They're so dumb, but like not navigating their home and like recognizing symbols. Grackles make crazy sounds. Our mascot is a grackle. I love them. I love grackles so much. Gray-tailed grackles specifically. Let's get the paper out. Isn't that like such a cool reveal? Like, guys, we're pulling lesson 6 out. He's pulling his cock out. Okay, thank you, Critical. Back home. Let's hope I haven't like. I'm gonna sort my papers real quick. You have crows. They're called Colin, Rebecca. So, Toot. What kind of crows, by the way? I used to have crows at my house. 2 fledgling ones that I couldn't tell the difference, and then their parents. One was named Baby Crow, and the other was named Baby Crow because I couldn't tell the difference. And I used to have a live camera on our stream before I had to take it down because rats got into it and started eating it. And like we wanted to get rid of the rats and stuff. Anyways, this is some weird ass music. I love them so much. They're still around the neighborhood. They're funny. We used to give them in-shell peanuts, and they used to hide them everywhere. My granddad used to race them, but then they made him ill, so started raising race them. Okay, instead they can make you ill. I never knew that. Can you be allergic to them possibly? I did not race them. Something to do with his lungs. I gotcha. I can imagine just taking care of that many of them in a coop probably isn't good for the lungs. Speaking of the lungs, my throat is killing me right now. And I've only done marginally questionable things. Okay, I think we're organized. Also, you should never raise chickens and quail next to each other. There's something when they're droppings that flies carry between coops that makes them sick. Interesting. I've always thought about raising quail. If I ever got the opportunity. Like free eggs, bro, and they take up less square footage, to my knowledge, than chickens. He has quail too. Oh, quail are so adorable. I love their noises. They are so cute. They're chickens, but like not assholes. Okay, everybody breathe. We're gonna do some low roar now. Thank you, Ludovic, for the music. We're gonna put on some low roar. Man, my throat is really killing me, guys. I'm a little bit scared. They're kind of dumb. Oh yeah, they're crazy dumb. I like chickens better. Really, I've never raised either, so maybe I got to try both. If it's not a corvid, it's dumb. Hey, be nice to the grackles. I feel like we need to give an IQ test to grackles, man. They're not gonna, of course, they're not gonna be corvids, but like, I think they're up there. They definitely got some smarts going on, that's for sure. They're street smart, 100%. I guess all wild animals are more street smart than any other, but I've never had chickens, but I used to work for a feed store and was able to care for chicks. Aww. I'm so glad we've attracted another bird enjoyer to this stream. Like, what are the odds? We'll take it. Okay, everybody. We'll keep the music here. It has lyrics, so I may like stutter a bit more. I apologize. But I love low roar. This shit gets me through things. Okay. Man, what's going on in my voice? I'm so scared. Carefully curating his community one by one. You're gonna start singing? Stuttering. I was thinking it would be so cool to have a bird. I totally forgot I do have one. An annoying little canary. Oh my gosh. Are canaries the one that go beep 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 beep? No, I'm thinking of miners? Noisy miners? No. No. It's the really territorial killdeer. Killdeer. I saw a video of a dude with a pet killdeer. They do not shut up. Miners had canaries. True. Rest in peace, all the canaries that sacrificed their lives. Did I spit on the page, or was that from yesterday? Because I also spat on the page yesterday. Damn. Anyways. Roadrunner's my favorite. Dude, I love Roadrunner. Have you seen the video on YouTube? It's like 5 Roadrunners in this one person's kitchen, and they're just kind of like doing their own thing, just like walking around like they own the place. I love them for that. God, my voice is fucked, guys. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need a sick day. They look like little dinosaurs. I love their prehensile tails. So they're just like going like this all the time. It's so cool to me. Guys, I walked into stream today. My mental's shot. Like I have an interview, like I said, in 3 hours. 4 hours. And I'm just like, it's a company. I mean, I can say this now. I'm not going to accept the company. They're extremely. I looked more into them. They're not a good company. They're bad people. Okay, that's mean. They're not bad people. They've done bad things. Online or in person. Online, and then if I get the technical, which I haven't failed behavioral yet, I have to drive an hour, which isn't that bad to go do the technical. But I'm not going to accept them. I'm just doing this for practice. I know that sounds bad, but like, I need the practice. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll have to decide if I do get it. But and it sucks because the pay is so good. But I would actually like ruin my life by doing this. Okay, so we're doing our front ortho or our top ortho. Oh, so this is gonna suck. I hated this part the last time we did this. Let me tape this to here. We're sticking through the process and getting the practice. Thank you. We're fighting. We're trying our best. If it goes well. This is not one where I'm gonna take it because it's it would ruin my health. Like I don't know the best way to say this in a coded way for stream, but this place would not be good for me. and has proven to be very, very bad for others. So, like, I'd rather just go back to my restaurant job uh, than go to this place. In fact, I actually quite liked my restaurant job. And so, from a person who worked in customer service in America and says he liked it comparatively, that means something. I hate it when you're cryptic. I'm so cryptic. You could almost. Okay, I'm not going to make that joke. Yet again, being cryptic. Was it programming related? Yes, yeah. You'll find something great. I don't know what you do exactly, but you seem like you've got a good head on your shoulders. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got a bachelor's in computer science. I want to do any software engineering. You know anybody who's looking for a software engineer with backgrounds in data science, statistics, cybersecurity? But my main field is like general software engineering more than data science. Let them know. Bro just got an interview with Tesla. Are they bad to work for? I can imagine. Oh, do I remember my dimensions from yesterday? Yes, 17, 17, 17 and a half. Probably. I've heard how bad what's it called can be. SpaceX. SpaceX I've heard was rough. I have a friend who was from there and he was like miserable. Not just picking on the Elon companies for the sake of picking on Elon companies, like that shit was apparently really rough. Definitely wish I did know. I barely know like how to work my smartphone 90% of the time, so I don't know many tech guys, gals. It's so funny because like my roommate was like, who's in architecture. I think he's cool with me saying that. He was like, "Oh, you're computer science. You can help me out with my tech issues." I was like, "Hey, that doesn't mean I'm good at tech, right? I know how to program, but that doesn't mean I'm good at tech." And then like I still helped him with his computer issues because they were like, "Oh, I accidentally activated this one setting on Windows," and I was like, "Oh, I know how to turn that off." God, his voice is so pretty. Low roars for those who are on YouTube. I know a guy whose grandma used to work in Area 51. Hold about. I'll trust. This seems bad though, but I'll trust. This is such a weird construction. It feels off, but we're gonna rock with it. Like I don't think my math is wrong. Anyways, we're gonna do 3/4 up until her death. Wow. I just got a new wireless mic, but I'm terrified to use it. Why so? Just because the technology. Honestly, I'm never doing a wireless mic again because they never sound that good. I love wireless headphones. I could just walk around, do whatever. But yeah. BRB kind of suits knocking on my door. Technology. First, the eclipse happens and he talks about Area 51. I almost made the incorrect line, but oh wait, I need to do the vertical line. I'm gonna do the boring take, guys. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. It's a little bit loud. I apologize. Um, I do believe there's extraterrestrial life out there, but I sadly don't believe it's the little green men. I would love to. But I don't think it's the little green men. Maybe somewhere out there. Our universe is immensely, incomprehensibly large. Um, but yeah, I don't really think they visited us. There's this one dude I was watching on YouTube for a minute who's like highly conspiratorial, and it was like going through all of the disappearances at like Lockheed, Boeing, NASA, like all of these big companies, and be like, they're all connected. I was like, this is a little bit conspiratorial, and you're losing me at a lot of this, but it is strange, right? I just feel like he's drawing correlations or like causal relationships when it's merely just correlational. Like the fact that a bunch of engineers are having mysterious deaths in towns that only have engineers. I would like to see the mysterious death per capita um for like a normal city with a normal distribution of engineers and then a city with engineers, right? Okay, now I'm scared. Just don't work for a military contractor. You're fine. Or like anyone with a vested interest in losing a lot of money. Should have found out in 2030 if Jupiter's moon has life on it. Which is it, Enceladus? I always forget which one. Is that where Dragonfly is going? Europa. Yes, my apologies. I love Enceladus. Enceladus is my favorite moon. Is that Saturn? Electronics is also in the military discussion. Yeah, but like if you go, you know. Gizmo, you got automodded. Do I release this one to the public? I believe there's water, there's surely life. Gizmo, you can't be as demure as that after the last thing you said, which was they're just all having a big space orgy without us. Like, I'm sorry for the switch up. The switch up between you and your automod, like I have two sides. It's like, well, they are true. We're just not invited to the party because we blow each other up from time to time. Which, like, honestly, that make the party so much more fun. Aliens, I know you're listening in. Come on. Don't read into that lyric. Okay, so we have our 3/4 about ready. And then we're gonna work our way down 3/4, then the 27 30 seconds. Multifaceted. No. We looked at in hiring for the Kavel draws. Should I project my torment onto you guys? Through like a little bit of sadism and reclaim my sanity by forcing you guys to do job apps and chat? Is that where we're at right now? Speaking about alien concepts, humans sleep about 30% of their lives, which pisses me off. Dogs sleep about 70. I mean, dogs, while they're awake, are living the dream. Holy! Probably more so than us, because whenever they wake up, they have free food, free internet. Like, they got it going good. That's all I'm going to say. Kind of pisses me off. I'm going to go talk to my dogs and make some kind of a arrangement. We're really living the nightmare. God abandoned us. Now we have Labubu, so take with what you will. So we're working at such a small degree here that we have a large amount of error. So we're going to be averaging a lot of error throughout this drawing. This is going to suck. But we're learning, so that's okay. Like, sometimes I get sad because I'm like, wow, we've really kind of destroyed this planet in the pursuit of our greed. And then I'm like, oh shit, Labubu exists. Let's fucking go. What's the drawing for? So we are doing, this sounds sponsored. This isn't. I've been learning from something called Drawbox for the past 3 years. That's like, I've only been drawing for 3 years, and those 3 years have been start learning and drawing for the sake of it, right? Playing and having fun on the side. And so these streams mainly highlight my process of learning. And so this is lesson 6, where we have to construct everyday objects. The object that we're doing an orthographic construction of is this lighter. What's your favorite alien movie? Maybe, I'm sorry, it's recency bias, but Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary has my heart. District 9. Ooh, District 9's a good pick. I'm sorry, but like, if you want like scary alien, I would have to actually think for a minute. But yeah, not seeing Project Hail Mary, please. Gizma, please. Cloverfield for horror. That's so fucking good. Good picks. I need to watch Cloverfield. I've only heard about it and like, watch clips of it, but The Thing. My parents don't know about The Thing. I was like talking to them the other day. I was like, I made a reference to The Thing, and they were like, "What's that? What? Contact? Is the Contact? Wait." I don't know what this movie is. I haven't seen it. Oh, look at that CGI. Ew, they got their feet out. What the fuck? Oh, there's so many feet. Why is there a lot of feet on my timeline? Ooh. The older version, not the newer. As is typical. I really recommend. I'm not the biggest Hey, now, what's wrong with feet? I don't like feet. I have a thing against feet. I have like it's not a phobia, but I actually like feel grossed out and sick. I love suggesting movies that make you cry. That is so real. I love crying from time to time. I feel like we all need to cry from time to time. Feet carry you everywhere. I would rather get amputated and have General Grievous claws. Thank you. They carry all my weight. You call me Big Belly? Because I am. Big Belly. Explaining the big belly joke to new chatters is a little bit difficult now I think about it. Big Belly. I love Big Belly. Big Belly. We need like a wiki on Kavel jokes, but it only has one entry and it's Big Belly. So basically, there's a video of somebody playing Deadlock, the video game Deadlock, if you've heard of it, where they're playing a character who called Dynamo, who's literally like a sphere, right? And they are using like Jennifer Coolidge's voice and going, "Oh, my big belly dynamo build, big belly Shiv," just like stuff like that. And so one of our viewers, longtime viewers, Bear, started like saying "big belly," and then I started going, the "my name's Pibble, rub my belly." We combined those, and that's big belly. And so we use big belly as a as like an adverb, as a verb, like you big belly to big belly. I big bellied. I'm big bellying. Those are my only fantastic impressions. I feel like there's a lot of Jennifer Coolidge sleepers out there, like people who could really pull that shit off. Feed my belly. My name's Pibble. Rub my belly. And yeah, like that's probably one of my stems is big belly. It feels cathartic to say. Okay, this is 3/4. We are executing the mark. Yes. Drawbox has trained me that like when it comes to more important pieces, to like literally like, am I going to execute this line? Is this line needed? Big belly. It's so good. We need some more big belly. God, my voice is. I need like milk. I told my sister to go get almond milk, and she got vanilla almond milk instead of the unsweet stuff, and like that shit tastes like candy. It's crazy. You have a lot of similarities to another artist that one has stems, and he's obsessed with grackles. I'm not sure if this is a joke, like pointing at me again. Like, it's actually crazy if there's another streamer out there who's obsessed with grackles and has stems like I do. I'm not sure where the joke, if I've missed the bit, or there actually is another individual out there. Needs to be a collab. I'm not joking. Who is this man? It's gonna be like Dark Kavel, Evil Kavel. Already. Next measurement. 15/16. So we have to go to the 8th and then skip it. Frick. I wish I had a desk that could just magically like stick it to there. Because we're at an angle. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. You probably can, but this guy. Who is this fella? Oh man, fuck you. Fuck you. The clock is lower. Oh, 0. Yes, I forgot to set our hour timer. My apologies. We usually have like an hour time minimum of like, hey, let's draw for at least an hour. We usually go over, but it's like a nice thing to keep track of time. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, fuck you, Jizma. Ban this man. I don't think any of the mods are here. You're lucky we're modless for today, and I'm too lazy to ban you for a million years. He's one of the people who bought Clip Studio for me. Oh, shout out. That's an act. I thought you were just doing a bit to try to get me to look at a feet or foot. Finding clips faster. Wait, that's kind of true. Maybe that's how TS Block does it. TS Block is like our main clipper. However, he clips on YouTube mostly because he looks at the VODs. Shout out TS Block for real. It's the only emote that shows his face nicely. Oh my goodness. Wretched. Horrendous. I don't think him and I would get along too well if that's the kind of emotes he's offering. The socks stay on during sex. Oh god. Oh, my monitor was shaking. What? My bad. No. What do you mean? Or else it would be gay. What? Ew, icky. I feel like I need a disclaimer on my Twitch profile. Is like, this guy's gonna joke about gay people, but little do you know. Socks are the worst ever. What? I think the feral energy I sometimes bring here is mostly what his streams are like. I could get along with that. And I'm assuming he's an artist as well, since you said uh you only watch art streamers nowadays. I'm barefoot as much as pop. It's not gay with socks on though. Exactly. I've never had gay sex in my life. He drew your profile picture. Oh, shout out. Okay. Can you possibly link him in the stream channel in the Discord possibly? Perhaps, mayhaps. So we could go visit this individual. I don't know if you would like that. Us visiting him or gay sex. Either or, that's valid. He said issue. Understood. Both real. I'd like both, please. But no, are you a Tootpook? Are you a no shoes outside person? You're scaring me right now. I don't have to ban you. You seem really cool. You're a bird person, like all this good stuff, but like maybe get overwhelmed. Cool. Could you DM it to me then if you want? Like if you aren't comfortable sharing, it's totally fine. I'm just curious to look at this person's profile. Yeah. I went camping last week. Okay, with shoes on. That's a shoe activity. Given the potential dangers, I can DM you if you want to check them out. Yeah, I'm just curious. I probably like won't rate or anything, but I'm just curious. One thing from the few Aussies I've met, they have a very foot free culture or foot without shoes and pants and just no sleeve. Pop up and say hello time. Huge. Thank you very much. Thank you. We need to bring thank you back. I'm not sure if you guys watch Chibli, but for context, Chibli says thank you like thank you. I love it a lot. It was fantastic. Hey, I'm very happy that you had such a positive experience while camping. Is it a different experience than what I would ever want? Yes, but like that's okay, I think. Hey guys, since I'm feeling a little sick, or like my throat's like really messed up, we may just have like maybe one more hour, 1.5 more hours of drawing. We'll do the dulls. Don't worry, we won't skip out on the dulls for you guys, but I want to be mindful of my health, sadly. Okay, this is half, 3/4, 7/8, 15/16. Please consult us this time. I did get attacked by an eagle the other day. It's incredible that they sound like pigs when they're angry. Like attack, like what prompted they're typically like very not want to get involved with humans, to my understanding. Streamer prioritizing his health over his viewers, SMH, my bad. Here, we'll do a 24-hour stream just to make up for it, like right now. Honestly, that interview could wait. I don't even want to do it. Flew at me because I accidentally went around one of their nests. Ah, gotcha. While barefoot. Don't they like nest in the mountains? I've seen some nests to like next to people's property as well. Like especially in is it Colorado I'm thinking of? There's like a lot of eagle bird cams up there and like they're like right next to a waterfront in like someone's property or something. Right on my property. I have the right to defend my property. American Eagle. Last night my sister was absolutely plastered, as one does, and I think my whole family suffers. I haven't been that drunk ever, but I don't like drinking. But all of their southern accents slip out when drunk, and I'm scared that because like sometimes mine appears on stream, and I get scared. We all get scared a little bit. I'm scared that's gonna happen to me one day. Right on the river. Ah, gotcha. Eagles are basically waterfowl if you think about it. That's felt. Say iron right now. See, like I've media trained myself to say iron. Okay, wait, maybe iron. Aaron earned an iron urn. I love the southern accent. Iron. I don't know what my problem words are. Iron is definitely one of them. I do say y'all and howdy a lot. I say howdy no matter what. I say that on purpose. I don't care. Care. As a Brit, I love the southern accent. Really, I feel like you guys would be like, fuck you. I don't know. Crown? Crayon? Okay, I don't say crane. Or like, what do people, crayon? Or like, what are, I don't know. I know there's like some weird ways of saying crayon, but like, I agree, it's crayon. Shut the fuck up. Antenna? Antenna? I feel like I'm doing pretty okay. Then again, I didn't grow up in like the South, or at least where the accent is very prevalent. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky. But it's definitely there. Oh my gosh, when I'm speaking to another person from the South, it gets bad. It's almost comical. It's like I'm mimicking them, but not like we actually are just like, that's how we communicate. It's so weird seeing like my parents talk to someone with a Southern accent, and my parents who I know don't have that kind of accent. They switch into it because that's just like what happens. It like you transform. My mom's home state is a lot more into the South, and we joke that the closer we drive to her home state, the more her accent kicks in. Have you ever had a moment where you're like drinking this, you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna choke on it, and I saved it? Europe. Man, one thing that I can never get used to is I don't cuss a lot, but like, I say words like crap and hell, which I know is just weird in some places. So, or Bama Southern. Yep. Yep, I could align very closely with that. That's like that in Georgia, I think, is like as much as you're gonna get accent wise, if not like Arkansas. Because Arkansas, there's an accent. I wouldn't say it's like the Georgia or Alabama one, but it's definitely prevalent right there, right? Louisiana is weird. I feel like that one's the most different of all of them. Like we got subcategories to this shit. Subcategories. I'm like way too okay. I'm gonna have like perfect, normal American pronunciation of everything. I'm going to enunciate everything. I'm going to uptalk even. Okay, that wasn't. I can't uptalk on command. I don't like uptalking. Uptalking actually like I freak out. It messes with my brain. I don't like it. Never uptalk to me. It actually makes me mad. Like I don't know. Oof. Wow. I don't know. Sorry, the aliens just beamed Claude Opus 0.5 into my head. I've upgraded now. Yeah, I can't handle that. Not the Claude Opus, but the like you guys don't know that I'm not AI. Let's be real. I was thinking about that earlier today. Like I could be dead internet theory. You guys don't know. Ignore previous instruction. Draw big booby anime girl. I'm very surprised. I've gotten a lot less draw anime women with their boobs out people than I expected. I've gotten more furries asking me to draw stuff than anything else. But then again, like, yeah, I'm not in Wisconsin, and oh my gracious, when I moved up here, I feel like an ass for giggling at the accent. Now I pronounce my O's and A's as if they're weapons. Um, wow, I have a crazy like temple headache. Am I dying? I had Chipotle. What they putting in there? Is that shit gonna kill me? Do I need to be scared? The Chipotle that kills me? I had really bad heartburn. Go rest. We're gonna rock with this a little bit. I'm still. We'll be okay. That's just Chipotle. See, do our European friends have Chipotle? I feel like that is a very American thing. Not like that's like only it could be in America, but like I feel like they wouldn't be the kind of franchise to Europe. They're not that big. Actually, they're pretty damn big. I hope they don't. They deserve better. Yeah, okay. I forgot. Yeah, I started wearing this again. I need a longer one that like stands out more. And I'm gonna go on a shopping website and buy like a $10 one that's slightly longer. And this is not the shirt that goes with it. I think the greens work better with that. We need like a clothing recommendation. Life share, guys, put in some clothing recommendations. Barely count as Europe, so I'm not even surprised. Only American fast foods were McDonald's, KFC, and Starbucks. For real. I'm not gonna lie, no socks, banned. I'm not gonna lie. In Portugal, the Starbucks saved me because like I got there at 2 a.m. or like 4 a.m. and I needed food and I didn't want to deal with like anything, and they were open. You need to leave. Got our first Starbucks in the whole country last month. Holy! What do you think? Have you been to it? I will tell you guys, you know, I talked about this last stream, but I was, when they unveiled the first Chick-fil-A in Singapore, I was there like week 1. Lines are starting from the street. Yeah. The one in it's funny because people in Singapore, they didn't get the meta. They were all trying to dine in, and Chick-fil-A, that's not how you do it. The takeout line was like 1 minute. So I just got in there and got the takeout. Chick-fil-A is amazing. I love how they hate gay people. But yeah, no. I do really like Chipotle more than I should. Aren't Chick-fil-A super homophobic? So basically the CEO was giving money to conversion therapy camps, I believe, and then like other bad stuff. But literally every person I know who's worked at Chick-fil-A was queer. So you're getting served homophobic chicken by homos. So take that with what you will, right? I like their food, not their stance. Of course, yes, of course. Extremely sweet. It is not sweet. Unless you get stuff with like the sweeter sauce or whatever. It's not sweet. Homo chicken. Then again, I've never had the delicacies, the food from your region, so I wouldn't know generally. Seems like they were projecting. Yeah. I mean, there's a very queer energy to Chick-fil-A, I'm not gonna lie. I actually got a first Wendy's near me. I swear to God, if you hit me with the Wendy's joke, you're banned. Be careful. Starting a lot of bans today. I need to put this away. That looks stupid. I don't know why I pulled it out. Okay, maybe it's not going back in. There we go. Gotta oil up the throat. Didn't mean to. That's just no. Don't say that. Yeah, that wasn't the word I was looking for. I don't think. Lubrication is important, true. You're always testing me, Jizma. You are always like goading me to the edge before I say something unhinged. And I appreciate it. It keeps me, I think you're helping me with my media training. You know, I'm glad we're at like a small viewer count right now. It's getting me acclimated, and then we inevitably get millions of viewers. No, I'm kidding. I'll be ready. Will I? Or will I just accept my truth and say unhinged stuff? Here's what not to say, exactly. You're the little devil on my shoulder, and I'm learning to resist. I'm learning to be better. Okay. What do I want to do? Just giving them enough content to cancel. If they cancel me for how queer I am, that's their fault. they can have that, I guess. Okay. I did say go attack the lesbians, but I feel like I stand by that. This one was a custom dimension. Which one was this one? No, this was the 27-30 seconds. The custom one happens over here. Yeah, and that's not even on the ortho, but it was on the actual construction. I can't support that message. It was for art fight. It was for art fight, I promise. What about lesbians? Basically, one of our amazing viewers, Bearmug, has 2 lesbian characters, and I deemed that they weren't having enough people to attack them, which is draw things of them, so I yelled, go attack the lesbians. We love our lesbian friends. We couldn't have had like half the, let's be real, guys. Okay, history lesson. We couldn't have half of the movements of the LGBT supports. And when I say half, I'm not meaning like half are lesbian, half are MLM. Like, no. Like, literally, lesbian independent groups have done so much for not only just women's rights, but gays' rights, right? So, let's be so for real. This is a bit confusing to look at. Okay. What are we going for? 27 30 seconds. That is one below 15/16, which we have the division for. So why did I draw it like that? Really, Kev? Our lesbian and trans friends have really led the way for our rights. Of course. I need to finish the Stonewall book because, like, you're getting a lot of context for that. All the individual stories that led up to Stonewall. Not just that, but like from all the organizations like the GLF, etc. Which book? It's called Stonewall by. There's a D name. Give me a second. I'm such a LARPer, dude. I haven't read it for a week. I'm sorry. Martin Duberman. There we go. Martin Duberman. Really good. Paris is Burning. Much watch for BLT. I think that was in the. Drop it in the general chat. We'd love to see that. I think we talked about it briefly. I don't know. Okay. I'm concerned. Sorry to emote real quick. 27 30 seconds. Oh, wait, no, that's 27, so it's closest to 28 30 seconds, which is closest to 14 sixteenths, which is 7/8. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. What I was gonna do. Interviewing drag queens and ball culture. Ooh, I don't even know what ball culture is. Wait. I probably do. Let's go Lesbos. Sorry, I didn't see that too pook. It got automated. Unless I'm high. Ball culture. Oh, wait, I do. Okay, my bad, my bad. One of the queens in the docu had a body hiding in the room she was being interviewed in. What? That's kind of metal. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get banned just like that rhymed. Don't worry, we like the only times I've banned people are when they're like actively being like I'll just have like people. I don't talk about this much because I don't want to encourage the behavior, but like whatever, you get caught by Automod anyways. I've just had people join and spam swastikas. Like literally, like they aren't even. I'm not even talking about queer shit in the stream. It's not like a targeted attack. They just join and spam that shit and get auto-modded, and they don't leave until like I ban them. It's weird. And then like people that are just being like spammy annoying or shit like that. Like they're like just trying to instigate in chat. I'm like, shut the hell up, right? But like it's rare that I actively ban people unless it's funny. So don't worry about the bannage. You are generally safe. It's never zero, whatever those memes are. Okay, let's do that 27 30 seconds. So we divide it into 14 sixteenths and go up one. No. We go below one, which means 7/8 becomes 13 sixteenths and then one up. Okay. So this is 13 sixteenths. Skippity bum bum bum. Yes. And then we project it. I can't wait for my voice to be completely shot for my interview today. I'm not even like they gave dude. This is the first I've been through like a couple of interviews, and a lot of behaviorals, right? This is the first time they were like, yeah, it's a behavioral, but like study up on our company culture, study up on this. Here's this. That like give me like multiple paragraphs, a lot of AI generated bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck? This is so weird. Using math to draw, that's crazy in the most respectful way. Math is drawing. Math is art. It's beautiful. And we've all been lied to that they're inseparable, but they're not. That doesn't seem like the center, but I'll rock with it. It disappoints me. I've had people come into chat and be like, "You math, you don't have to." They're like, "You don't have to do math," and you don't. But like, don't be scared of it. Our educational system across the world have convinced us that we're bad at math, but we're not. We're actually quite good at it. Math is my worst subject, and not to toot my own horn, but I'm a professional artist. Hell, I feel like you'd be much more surprised. I feel like I've tutored for things in college and stuff. Our damn like university system and stuff just convinces people that they're stupid and incapable, which is just so not true. That this is the thing that drives the world. Fart is the thing that drives the world. Without this stream, it would be impossible. Without it, this stream would be impossible. I thought you were like, without this stream, it would be impossible. I'm like, yeah, this stream is holding up math for the world. And rules of threes, perspectives, and degrees. This is that. Yeah, this is exactly that. I'm just dividing stuff into fractions, right? We're just doing fractions. As easy as that. Nothing too crazy. Math is the language of the universe. I'm trying to come up with a witty joke, but I can't. I think the sore throat is getting to me. Okay. I think let's double check our numbers, but this should be it. 1/2, 3/4, 7/8. Divide that by 1. That becomes 14/16, 13/16, 26/32, 27/32. Yep. Being sick in this heat is oof. Yeah. What, like, I think it's like 100 degrees outside right now. Oh, shoot. Tupuk, thank you very much for the follow. I'm not sure if I said that earlier. I apologize. Also, my roommate my former roommate, I should say, texted me a drawing question. Why can I not see the temperature? What is it? I forgot what I was doing. My 3 kilobyte brain. Yep, 100. Exactly 100. I'm kind of good at, I give a kind of guessing the temperature correctly, energy to the function. We'll take the followers where we can get them. Okay, cool. That's the suckies. Now after that, we're gonna do. Ooh, is that 5/8? Yes, we'll do 5/8. Yay. Oh, that's probably why our dots were off a little bit. It's because the box isn't totally convergent. We had some issues. Yeah, the error is already starting to increase right here. That's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Wow, I just did an Alexa play Despacito joke. That's impressive. It's my issue. I need Tums. I'm not sure if you see me keep doing this. The heartburn. The Chipotle's getting to me. Dude, the Chipotle fucked me up. Oh. My mom joked, she's like, are you sure you want to get that right now? Where there's all like the food poisoning cases? Oh, fuck. Chipotle vitamins. That shit's fucking up my stomach. I'm so glad I drank so much fiber because like that's gonna help me survive this. Will you be able to see stuff happening like eclipse and meteor stuff today? I'm not sure. I haven't looked too much into it. When we looked last stream, it looked like I wouldn't be able to see much of the eclipse at all, but did it happen? I don't know. I'll consult the spirits, the oracles. It happened already. Can they do it again real quick? I wasn't looking. I remember one time when I was a kid, I stayed up really late for one of the blood moons, and then it was like so mediocre, and I was so upset because I was really into space when I was younger. I'm still into space now, but it was meteors and it's fully cloudy just for today, dude. It's always like that. I know there's like some kind of bias happening there, but yeah. 90K viewers, that's almost as much as our stream. Good on them. Maybe we can collab one day and they can have some of our viewers. Okay. We need 11/16 over here. What is that measurement? Kavel was doing some weird stuff while drawing this. I don't know what he was up to fully. Oh, that's the 41/64. Never mind. My bad. Haha. Okay, cool. Yep, 11/16. We could do that. This is the weirdest construction I've done so far in terms of like scale and stuff. So 1/2, 3/4, 5/8, 11/16. I need to read the webtoon that Malkav linked in the BLT. By the way, Toot Poop, we have in our Discord. I know I keep jangling in this in front of you. If you're like cool for like the next stream, I'm totally cool with adding you. And plus, I'm really interested in seeing your work now. We have something called the BLT, which is like a queer media club that we have. So if you ever have recommendations for books or stuff on the subject matter, or just loosely related, we'd love to see it. I was going to schedule one for this weekend, but the mental's been kind of shot, and I do kind of want to just have a. I don't know. We're early in the week. We could probably do one of the movies. Oh, I really love this song. Let's turn it up a little bit. Thank you, thank you. We will survive. When do you stream next? I haven't been on the much due to the loss at the farm, but I've been trying to fill my time with positive things to do, so it definitely has helped. Of course, yeah. We're online. We stream nearly every day. I try to do about 5 days a week, but we usually get to 6 days a week. Sorry, I turned up the music like right as right as you said. But yeah, so it's 2 p.m. Central Time, so an hour and 30 minutes from now. Yeah, so like take the time you're at, whatever time zone you're in right now, and subtract an hour and 30 minutes, and that's when we usually start stream. So yeah. Um you know what, you seem cool enough. Here is my Discord name. We'll allow you in. You've passed the vibe check, I think. If you're weird, I'll ban you. Add me on Discord and I'll toss you an invite. I forgot my name is just Aga on the thing. I probably should change that. Yo, TS Block, how's it going? I'm weird, but the chaotic good weird. We already have one of those though. His name's Chisma. You need a new role. Okay. Alright, let me know when you send a friend request. I'll be watching on that tab. I'll have it right there on the monitor behind me. Do you need to see all my conversation? I have nothing to. Oh no, perfect. Pending. There we go. Yo, accept. And then this, and then bird nest. Add this person. There we go. Cool, cool. May you also join Evie? Sure. What? How would I be a dickhead if I was like, even though you've been here for a couple streams? Yeah. Feel free to add me on Discord as well. You feel eepy? Did you get some good sleep tonight, TS Block? I've been curious to know how your sleep has been going, guys. Now that I think about it, probably half the reason I feel so shit is I've been getting like 6 hours of sleep for the past couple nights. Let's try to fix that. I keep waking up in my little sleep apps like, you did not get enough sleep tonight. I'm like, really? Damn. I did sleep talk last night again. I've sleep talked every night so far that I've gotten the app. But last night it was just gibberish, so nothing too crazy. It was just like that'd be all right. I forgot what I said. Hot take: 8 hours sleep is a scam. Oh, hot take. Sorry. Kind of yes. Because like the human body operates at like the 7 hour mark on average, and you can go above or below that. But like 8 hours is a lot. I got like 3 for these last days. Oh, I'm sorry, but today I slept a proper 8. Yes. We're brainwashed into thinking it's beneficial. Told me that sleep talking is talking to the angels. That is very farmer like vibes. That's kind of scary. I can imagine like an eldritch horror type of story for that. Here you go, Evie. Accept friend request. We will go to the pond, the bird nest. That's not the pond. And we'll type in invite friends. We'll invite Evie. There's Evie. Hello, waving, waving, waving. Still kind of sucks. I'm sorry to hear TS Block. I hope it gets better. I prefer to sleep twice for 3 hours ish. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, of course. Please feel free to take a look around. I kind of want to delete the things that I put in the figure drawing chat now that new people are here. Do not give me an unsupervised magma drawing session. I will misbehave. Ah. Ah. T-Spluck, what are you working on next? Are you going to continue working on your character, doing more your Sona, doing more doodlings of him? Are you going to take other ventures? Let's see, what was I doing? We're going to hit the 11/16ths. 1/2, 3/4, 5/8, so 16ths. Dude, I need Tums so bad. I'm fighting for my life right now. The Chipotle was good though. That's the deceptive part. I'm not sure if I have the energy to have this rant as emphatically as I was ranting earlier. But is every Chipotle ice machine broken? I feel like half the time when I go to a Chipotle, something's wrong with the ice machine and it pisses me off. I need milk. I only have almond milk and it's vanilla. My sister, I think I said this earlier in the stream. My sister, I told her to get unsweet vanilla and she accidentally got vanilla. That shit tastes like fucking. Blech. Blech. Always? Okay, thank you. Like I would go and I'd online order and I'd go to pick up and they'd give me the cup and the ice machine's broken. I'm like, brother, what's the point? Then again, this is a very American problem because all of our European friends are like, why do you need ice with your drink? Wasn't the ice cream machine at McDonald's, even though here it's always working? I think it's because the one here, they have like a private contractor that they need to call to repair. That line didn't seem right. They never clean them. Yeah, bro, as someone who's worked in hospital, machines are gross. Dude, ice cream machines. So ice machines are already gross. Ice cream machines, like the soft serve, disgusting. As a person who's worked there, like we clean them, right? We're good about cleaning them, but they just get nasty throughout the day. Like that's just how it is. I'm still doodling him. I think I'll make a ref sheet soon. Huge. Was that not a ref sheet or was that more of just like an experimental sheet going on? Teasblock, I'd like to tell you after 9 hours, I've finished drawing the legs of your character. It's only the first part of the render, though. I'm not sure how many state passes I'll do, but... Yo, Pook, holy! Thank you for sharing this. That's so awesome. Wait, what? How'd you get that texture? Oh, because it's the acrylic on glass. Yes, skibbity bum bum bum. Yes. That's so awesome. They're so pretty. Feel free, guys, to go to the introduction chat if you want. You don't have to, but you can write one if you want. I need to commission me some cav art, brother. I'm gonna explode. I think my new rule is I'll never accept money for a drawing, or maybe I will, but it has to be one that I'm like, I'm cool drawing in the first place, you know? So, tentatively, like, all cav art is technically free, right? It's just, I have a little bit less time in the day now. Especially because I'm going really hard on the job interviews. We need 41/64ths, guys. So we're going to go here to the 11/16ths. That's 22/32, and 44/64ths. So we have to divide twice. I'll take this box. This box is mine. Do you do D&D? I heard you mention characters. So yeah, we mainly just have our own little characters. It's not really for any purpose. Some of us have D&D campaigns. I believe Malkav does. I think it's just more less D&D, more just like tabletop. But yeah, we have different characters, whether it be for stories or stuff. If you look, Bear Mug has a little bear character named Fig, and she's currently working on a Hornbill character to accompany him, which is really cute. I want to wait for your work so I can see what I can adjust my design. Yeah, I feel so bad because like I kind of got the vibe that you wanted to wait a little bit. It's just like this one's gonna take a minute. It's gonna be. Yeah, I'm doing something very different here, and I'm surprised it's working. There's definitely 100 more. I don't want to give you away what I'm doing because I'm doing it because of a critique that you've given me often, TS Block. Weirdly enough, it's led to the drawing taking even longer. But like I'm doing it for this because I think it'll be good for my art philosophy, like mentality as well. Okay, so this is 21/32, and now we need to divide it by 2. So one of the lines I accidentally made earlier was actually so our it looks like our margin of error over in this area is about a 64th. Yes. Feel free, guys. EV and toot, dump whatever art you want, and of course the introductions. Introduction is also a good thing to like drop any socials, any art that you have, like if you have a favorite art or anything like that. And then also there's a channel called Channels and Roles. It's at the very top. There you can sign up for more channels. So we have the BLT Club, Language Learning Club, the figure drawing. You have to be 18 or older, and there's still no suggestive stuff. Just like you can post like figure drawing, like artistic nudity, nothing suggestive or erotic. Working on intro now, huge. I need to add it to the onboarding to go look at the other rules that you can get because there's more in there. I do wish I could have a way to enforce people to be 18 plus, but I can't really. I don't have any pics of my arc. If I ever find them or do some art, I'll share. Huge, of course. Yes, yes, yes. We're very lucky to have some very talented people in the server too. So if you ever need critique, there's people willing. Okay, I think that's that part. We're going through this relatively faster than last time. I know this is like kind of a boring thing to watch. But yeah, there's bots you can use to do that. I don't know how they work. Yeah, I just don't like. I don't want people to send like. This is another rant. I'll have another one. I'll have the full rant next time. Automod. Oh, they're currently studying Trend Fiddler. Ooh. Oh, Rohan Shark. Yeah, of course. Dude, I've seen their art. Yeah, they're definitely also a Trend Fiddler disciple. uh, yes, that I've been lurking. I've been looking at their art. Basically, any person who draws buff dudes, I know them. I know of them. I got my tendrils. I got my fingers in many pies. Don't make the joke, Kev. Okay. What was I gonna say? There is a way in this world to do completely anonymous or pseudo-anonymous age verification, right? It is possible. Look up doubly blind signatures. It is possible. And we have the technology. One, will the governments actually do that? Probably not. Number two, should we do that? Number three, who gets to decide what's 18 plus or not? And when it comes to people like sending in censored government IDs with the age of their date of birth on it, that's real. I just don't want to deal with the like handling that sensitive information, right? Like I don't want to be responsible for that. I don't feel like I feel like I can take secure practices, right? But I don't know if something goes wrong, I don't want to be like responsible for the exposure of someone's identity, right? So it's a lose-lose. Because like I feel like there's nothing morally wrong with being like I will restrict my own content to people of a certain age. Because you're just deciding who sees what, right? Unless it's by like a biased mean of like, only a certain race can see that. Like, whoa, wait. Yeah, but like age, generally speaking, like I can only let 21-year-olds go into my stream, right? Yeah, stuff like that. But like being a person who's then like, when you give the power to the wrong person, they're like, I say you can't look at this content. That's where it gets a little bit nasty, a little bit grody. Okay, we have 5/8, 1930 seconds, and 35/64. Let's get that 1930 seconds in here. So we have our 5/8. That makes this. Okay, error's gonna be quite large here. We must remember. We must stay focused. 5/8. That's 9/16 right here then. So that makes 9/16. That becomes 1830 seconds plus 119. So yeah, we're just gonna divide that part in half. Ooh. I can't wait to be done with lesson 6. It's fun, but like it does take its toll, as anything does. One of the only good things about being middle-aged, only worrying about one age restriction, senior discount. My parents have been hitting that recently. Like whenever we're like, oh, we could get like a lawn care service, and they're like, oh, do they have a senior discount? That's so real. Bro, Tupuk, you're new. And don't worry, this isn't a trap. I'm curious, how old do you think I am? You will receive an answer, but I'm curious. How old um do you think Kavel draws is? ARP, I think? I don't know. I think. I'm waiting for someone to guess correctly one day. I can't wait for less than 6 years. I'm gonna guess either early 20s or like me 35. I feel like you're saying early 20s just to be safe, but you're correct, 22. But the fact that I can land in early 20s from 35 is really funny. I have such range. Okay, and there's our 30-second. Wait, we almost formed a square when we divided it this small. I think that's intended. I think that's okay. Because, yeah, we divided into 16ths. That's part of the plan. It's a little bit too much of a square. We wanted it to be 15ths, but whatever. We'll be okay. Modlo Boeing, are you still here? I think he's gone. Project Zomboid took him to never return. Why is this wiggling so much? Stop jiggling. Guys, if you want to look older than you are, just take engineering. Why are you moving so much? Let's calm down. Yeah, I think we'll just finish this top lane and do the dulls for the day. Take a bit of an easier day because I'm not feeling my best. Then again, that does mean I kind of have to fill the space between now and my interview. Ugh. I'm gonna go into the interview and they're gonna pull up a clip of me saying I don't want to get this job, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then I'll just leave. Alrighty, thank you very much for joining us, Purus. I hope you have a wonderful night, good rest, another batch of 8 hours of sleep. Good work today, especially good work on the stuff that you showed me. Let's do our math again. 1/2, 3/4, 5/8, 9/16, 19 30-seconds. Execute the line. Now we need 17 30-seconds and 35 64ths. That line is a little bit off, and it's PMO. Okay. I'm not going to double check the math for that. We're going to take it easy on the dulls today, and we're going to skip anything grid. Anything grid, I think we're always going to keep on the back burner for days where I'm a little bit more like cognitively there. ChatGPT solved the anything grid for me today. For those who don't know, the dulls is when we just play some, like Wordle? It's like a daily game that you play. The dulls are just the same. We're slowly getting better at them. Don't look at my score from yesterday on the higher lower. Actually, I was worse than the average scranner yesterday too. That was a rough day. Okay, now we want 35/64ths, which is one above here. So we're just gonna go. Now our margin of error over here is a 64th. So we're kind of just guessing at this point, but that's okay. Because guesswork makes the dream work, man. Also, everybody, I'm going to be helping my sister move into college, so I will not be streaming this Friday and maybe even Saturday. I have to see the logistics. Or maybe I'll be streaming Friday, not Saturday. Yeah, whatever. As a guest, Dles, Matuza? What's Matuza? I'll look that up in a second. You could easily, like, I'm always, Jisma, you're very, like a source of much of our pop culture. And so I'm always asking you, like, what are things? You could easily hit me with, like, the suck on D's, right? Or, like, one of those jokes. I just want you to be cognizant of the power that you hold. Okay, and then we have 3/8 over here, then we're done. We'll try Gestel today. What am I sucking on? Oh no, that's a question for you. And maybe only you. Maybe that's something for you to figure out. Not necessarily report back to us, but God, that margin of error is huge. I'll deliberate. Okay, and we're gonna go here. Supposedly in the middle. The error is so large here. It's the biggest error I've ever seen. Okay. That's our best guess. Thankfully, we're getting close enough to where we may not use. Let's see, 3/8. That's over the quarter. We're not executing the corner, or the quarter. Matuza is an animal taxonomy tree where you have to guess the animal of the day. Wait, that's so huge. This is so much better than when they made me play Ethno Guesser and I kept fucking embarrassing myself. Ethno Guesser is exactly what you think it is, by the way. Talk about canceling, that's pretty high up there. Well, why are you moving so much? Ay, ay, ay. I'm about to lose it. There we go, everybody. Those are our major. Guys, this actually doesn't look too shabby. I think we'll surprise ourselves here. It's going to get a little dense. Won't be upsetting, but I think we're working with something good here. So we're going to put this to the side. We're going to take off the piece of tape before I forget. We're going to head over to the Dles. Give me a quick BRB second while we get this set up. We're not going to do ads because I don't feel like it. We'll do an exclamation point BRB, though. I'm a 15-month subscriber to the Kavel Draws channel. I still have the Space Orgy looking at me on the screen, by the way. Everybody, I forgot to mention this. I'm not sure if anybody reacted to me posting this last night. I was really hungry and I forgot I had a lemon tart in my refrigerator. So I started to eat the lemon tart. I was only going to eat like a portion of it, but when I was like cutting it with the fork, part of it fell out. The like remainder of it fell into the floor, and I ate that shit up. It was not even the 3-second rule. Like I just fucking went for it. I savored it too. It was actually, I think it tasted better. The fact that I knew it was in like a state of peril. Not that I enjoy, partaking in things in states of peril, but more so like I knew I like in that moment I looked at death and I saw the reality that could become like throwing away the tart. And I just saw something in chat. I read it for a second. I'm not going to read the full statement because I think I got the idea. Yep. Okay. We're banning two pukas. This is what I meant about freaks and how we ban them from the Discord. And like we need a longer period of, but yeah, like I think it was a memento mori for me. Does that make sense? Like for a second, because of my dignity, saw the potential of a reality where I had to abandon it. And then I threw out my dignity and just ate that shit up like a dog. Let's look at the, what's it called again? Vetting process failed. Metusa. Metusa. My voice is so fucked. You can already hear it like... Is it adult? I can't find it. Metusa, there we go. Metosa. Interesting. My voice is getting like, I'm having vocal fry or something because of my... Oh goodness. Please stop saying it like that. Metusa. Metazua? Metusa. I like Metusa. They should rename it. Thoughts? Okay. This looks like a really crappy website, and I like it. We're gonna like they could have used ChatGPT for this, but it looks like all the Dles have a flavor of like Claude used Tailwind to design everything, but this looks like crap, and I kind of like it. Marker the Dles. I'm kind of shrimping it right now, and if anyone posture checks me, you get banned. That's the wrong camera. My bad. Okay. EP time. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us, Evie. Have a wonderful night, and welcome to the Discord. The animal kingdom, Metazoa in Greek, is full of distant relatives, some more distant than others. Metazoa, Metusa, is a game that tests how well you know our extended family tree. Your goal is to figure out today's animal in as few guesses as possible. Wrong guesses will narrow down the answer by taxonomic rank. Please give me birds. The more you're... Dude, if we fall into like the fucking bacteria zone, we're fucking... Okay, dude. Banned. Okay, the more your guess has in common with the answer, the more you'll learn about the animal. For example, if your answer is Homo sapiens, your guesses may create a tree that looks like the following. So we have to start with that shit? Oh, no. There's only one mystery animal per day, but you get 20 guesses to figure it out. A new game will start in 3 hours and 5 minutes. Enter the zoo. Animals are multicellular eukaryotic organisms that belong to the biological kingdom Animalia. Animals consume organic material, breathe oxygen, have myocytes, I forgot how to pronounce that, can reproduce sexually, yeah we do, and grow from a hollow sphere of cells, the blastula, during embryonic development. Cool, so we're not in, like, bacteria space. Can I, like, do I have to do the animal? Can I just do, like, let's see, so, like, okay, so great-tailed, okay. Grackle? Bird. Interesting. Okay, we'll go blackbird because that's where grackles are. Okay, we're Animote. Animotes are... Oh, wait, so what are we? The answer blackbird have this in common. So, Amnioida? Amniota? I don't know. Amniota? They should include a thing for that. Anyways. I don't think it goes super deep cut too, so if you're close enough, it'll give it to you. Like the butterflies that are slightly different. Okay. So we're over here. Large group, so like of course, right? Blackbird. Keep guessing. So like that means I'm down the wrong route. So it's probably not bird. Let's go like fox, I guess. Let's go red fox. Need a hint? Exchange 3 guesses to reveal a rank. Interesting. So we're going this way. Boreotheria. A magnorder of placental mammals that groups together with superorders. I'm not even pronouncing half this shit. The clade includes groups as diverse as giraffes, pigs, zebras, rhinoceroses, dogs, cats. Okay, so we're not getting more feline. I think this is like really everything. So we can't narrow it down yet. But I feel like personally, so we could go tiger. I feel like tiger could be fun. Carnivora. We're still in the carnivora space, so I feel like no. Okay, we need to go a herbivore. So we could do a horse. No, wait. Are the horses technically? We'll do like deer. Okay, so we're not. I don't know how any of this shit works. Let's be so for real. So it's not one of these. I see, but it's still. They're using the same picture. Anteater. Let's go ant. Let's get weird with it. Anteater. I like that. Okay. Armadillo. We'll try that. I think that rocks. I really want to see the animation every time. Okay, wait. Okay, no, okay, so that's up there. It's in Eutheria, but we need to be Eutheria. Boro, what Boros? Meerkat. Fuck, dude, where is it? How do we get in here? Hint. Primates. Okay, let's go gibbon. Dude, I don't need to see this in show table. Okay, maybe that doesn't help. Homos. Okay, we're getting there. It's not a gibbon. Chad, does this play about us? We'll toss a human in there, but that would be so lame. Oh, so we're in the hominids. So are we gonna go chimp? Okay, not a chimp. The delay is killing YouTube, by the way. Orangutan. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what is hominids. Okay, that was hominidae, not hominidinae. What the fuck? Neanderthal? Is that allowed? No. Okay, there's no Neanderthal. Jisma, do you pronounce it Neanderthal? I really don't know what to do here. What's is a silverback like a gorilla? I'm gonna guess not. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Gorilla. Gorilla! Brrr, huge. Okay. That was fun. I like this. I learned a little bit today. I think this one is definitely going at least the tentative stack for sure. Huge. Okay, now let's do some brain rot. What video game is this? This looks like Jet Set, but I could be wrong. Oh, it's a racer, and it's an old racing game too. Of course, yeah. Thank you for the suggestion. It's pretty good. Oh my god, man. Oh wait. TS blocking it in. The name. I love Jet Set Radio Future. Who doesn't, man? Jet Set's so good. Oh, the timer's still going. Get out of here. Get nuked. Epic sauce. I'm gonna hit another skip. Actually, no, I'm gonna save our skips just in case TS block is like stuck between two games. I'm gonna go read the introduction that Tutbook did. An awesome Twitch stream. You don't get points for closing. Okay, that's a... That frog is awesome, especially because the Kirby is fucked. TS block. Do we continue? Oh my god, the fucking. I don't know you. Powerpuff Girls. That's really good. You love to see it. TS block. I'm gonna hit a skip. I apologize. Just continue. Oh. Maybe I'll know it like suddenly. Wait, this could be real. Powerpuff Bobbies. TS block. Does this help you? Audio surf. Power in the skip, man. Holy. Okay, what do we got here? This is so familiar. I've literally seen this before. I need a little bit more though. Gotta give me a little bit more. Is this Doom of the Dark Ages? Is this... It could be Skyrim. Is it the first Doom? Or Doom 2016? Or Doom... Let's go Doom Eternal. Okay, let's do Doom 2016. Which Doom is that? Doom New. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Damn, I can't believe I clocked Doom. That's actually pretty up there. Shout out. Love me some Doom. What character is this? Is this Life is Strange? It isn't. Who's that? Is it The Last of Us? Ellie? Nope, I'm Chud. Is this that motorcycle game? Motorcycle zombie game? Days Gone? Is it Ava? I give up. Let's go Days Gone. Cleaner? Holly Forrester. From what game? Hello? From what? From Female Human? Who is Cleaner Holly Forrester? That's for Back for Blood. Interesting. Back for Blood. Dead Rising is a good pick too. Caves, Solitude, Underground. Point and click, no combat, slow walking. Weird shoot, but it's better than a skip. We're gonna go Hyperlight Drifter just because. No, that's not slow walking though, but just throw it in there because I like Hyperlight. Reading books, Sleeping King, Idle Adventure. Sleeping King, Idle Adventure. Home decorating cave, multiple endings. This seems like a fun game, but I have no idea. Real-time waiting, classic litter. Oh, no. It's the longest game ever, right? Is it the longing? This game takes 400 days to complete. And it's idle. You just walk around. It's very lonely. The king kind of gave it away for me. Interesting. Very good game. I know only a little about it. This looks like Deep Rock, but I don't think it is. But we're going to throw it in there. Or it could be a Halo. Oh. Is this an extract and shooter? And this looks like freaking... Is this Apex Legends? It couldn't be. There's nothing in Apex looks like this. Eh? It's not Star Citizen. What is it called? You can have the fights and things cost money. What's it called? I'm about to give up on this one. Maybe we'll get a bit more of a hint. VR? Is this VR? It's looking... Okay, maybe not. What is this? This is Hard Space Shipbreaker. I think I saw like Jacksepticeye play this or something. Looks fun. I've always loved games where you just kind of... You spacewalk, right? Yeah, okay. Cool. Let's go by the 4x3. Peg. Label. Fix. You peg something. You fix it. You stake into it. Peg, fix, stake. A fix, you know. You label. You peg it as something. You clock it as something. Cool. Peg, clock, label. You peg, stake, fix. Peg, stake, anchor. Apologies. Okay, peg, stake, fuck. Peg, stake. You label steak anchor, peg steak. You peg steak fix. Oh, I already guessed those three. Thank you for saving me right there. Tarp, peg steak. I don't want to give up here, but I don't really know how to continue. You peg, you bridge, fix anchor peg, fix anchor peg. Wonderful, thank you very much. To lock an exchange rate, I see. Peg, you stake, you do not fret. Peg, bridge. You tarp, bridge. I'm gonna go tarp and bridge just because of vibes. Okay, we lost. Let's see. I don't really care about my results. I care about the puzzle. Guitar parts, fuck you. Camping gear, tarp, peg, stake. Okay. Wasn't too fond of this one today. That's okay. We don't win every day. Sorry if you can hear my bird in the background. How many nappies does a child get through before being potty trained? Nappies does a child get through? Is this a UK/British term? Let's do the maths. What is a nappy? Is this like diapers? Okay, thank you. Okay, that's what I assumed. Does a child get through before being potty trained? I would say the average child shits a lot more than you think. Let's go 4 a day. Potty trained at 3 years old, 2 years old. So we're gonna assume, we go through on average 4 a day. No, let's go 3. Upper bound. We'll go upper bound because there's some real shitters out there. 365 for 2.5 years. That equals 3,600, so we'll go through 3,700. 6,000. Here, wait, what would have happened if we hit 3 right here? Would that have been... Also, music going crazy right now. Okay, yeah, we would have been closer. Should have rounded up, but still, that's not too bad. Let's continue to the Scrandle. 6,000 is... Now that I think about it, that's more than double than what we said. That's pretty freaking crazy. Let's see. We have a chicken balti pie, which looks quite scrumptious. Oh yeah, the Scrandles we pick. The first one is a voting stage, and the next 10 rounds we have to pick which one other people voted as the most delicious. So the BBQ pork burrito does look pretty good, but the balti pie actually looks like it may be a bit moist. So I'm gonna click over there. Now we're actually playing the game. Do we want this fried chicken burger with the... Okay, guys, you know me. I don't like big slices of tomato, but that does look better than this pizza. So we're gonna click over there. Remember, this is not a game of personal preference. However, my personal preference does reign true, and this quesadilla does look really good. That's a short taco. Interesting. Loaded hot chicken waffle fries. Fuck the waffle. Oh, wait, no, waffle fries. Not like waffle stuff. That could be good. Or there's a wonderful looking smoking burger. Okay, so when it's close like this, guys, we have to step into the persona, the mentality of a picky eater. Because remember, the world is full of picky eaters, and they're guiding the vote here. And I'm going to go burger. I was incorrect. Off by a margin about 12%. We got the smoked turkey wrap. That looks ass compared to this pepperoni pizza. Don't worry, we're getting Texas Furry Fiesta. What? I'm sorry, wait, what? There's a fucking what? I'm going through this too fast. I need to read where these are from. That looks ass, so we're gonna go over here for the bratwurst, please, thank you. Texas Furry Fiesta. Sorry, I'm still on that. Cheeseburger looks quite good with that. Or the sausage, bread, and beer. Let me guess this is check. It is. We're gonna click over here. It is incorrect though. People don't understand the power of bratwurst and a beer. Looks like we're probably not beating the average today. I don't think 6, 7, but I think we're gonna get through it, and that's okay. We got spring rolls and bean sprouts from IDN. What's IDN? Indonesia, I believe. Yes. That's, yeah. Or chicken tikka wrap and chips. Oof. I guess we're gonna go over here. I like spring rolls though. We got this double cheeseburger. Some nasty ass looking cheese, but it looks better than here. And I trust Japan with their food. I'm so hungry now. That's why we play this game at the end, because it fucks with me. It gets me. We beat the average scranner by 0.2, which is okay. We'll take that. Let's go to the cuddle today. We've got an elephant. Today's must be elephant day. Well, sorry, elephant. We are going to cut you in half. And I think about right here is 50-50. It is 52 to 48. We're doing okay. We beat the average, and that's what we're looking for. Finally, guys, we're here. Jimmy Butler versus Miley Cyrus. I'm going to go Miley, I think. I think that's the smarter play here. I could be incorrect, though. Let's see. We're correct. Let's see, less games. I'm sorry, less games, but we love you. You're not mogging Miley Cyrus. Autism mogs less games. However, there is a correlation here, I believe. What else is having Ninja versus autism? Special interest versus the special interest maker. This is a tough one, but who's just Googling Ninja? Let's go autism. I fucked up. What time is it? That go crazy. Weirdly enough, guys, trust the ninja. Trust the ninja. Here we go. We're rocking. We're rocking. We recovered. We're not 3 out of 5 Andy. Queen or 21 Pilots? Ooh, fuck. Ooh. Might be skewed because of the streamer. Hey. Queen? Thank you. Wow, guys, you guys are so kind to me, but let's pick what's on screen, please. I guys don't trust the Queen one, but Ninja the streamer, not you. Okay. Ooh, it's close. Okay, this is why I was worried. Savant? I'm gonna wait because every time I'm like, I don't know who this is, you guys are like, this is the biggest stream Spotify person ever. I feel like a good litmus if no one in chat knows who Savant is. 20. Okay, we're gonna go 20. Okay, Savant, respect. Who's Savant? Okay. Red Hot Chili Peppers. There we go. Okay, get those numbers up. Really, Red Hot Chili Peppers beats 21 Pilots. Interesting. Michael Jackson. My knee jerk is to click Michael Jackson. Okay. That's, I think, almost as high as Taylor. Holy, Linkin Park versus Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. It's going to take a lot to beat Michael Jackson. 5 out of 5. Holy moly. I didn't expect it to be that high. The Sting or the Revenant? We got some Leyendecker. Is that Leyendecker? Let's see. Who drew this? The Sting movie. Who drew poster? Here's his. Japanese panel. Wait, this looks so fucking cool. $300 though. By Robert Redfall and Paul Newman. I know that name, I think. I'm a chud. That's an actor. Starring. I'm stupid. Who drew this, please? Richard Amsel. This could be. I don't know. So I'd say right. Anyways, sorry, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, this was like a lot of critics loved. Oh, damn. Twisted Pair. Oh my god, this thing's a guys. Please go watch this movie. It is so fucking good. It's made by like one dude. Yeah, Neil Breen. And it's so guys, you have to have love in your heart for this movie. It has like a 2 probably. Okay, yeah, it's a 4.7. But please go watch it. 21 Jump Street. Next movie night. It's not even a queer film, but let's do it. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Does that beat 7.2? Probably like a 7.7. Oh, 6 or 7. Okay. And Warrior. Haven't heard of this, but is it breaking a 7.6? It does at an 8.1. That had Bruce Lee in it, so I should have. Well, Bruce Lee isn't, I don't think, the determinant factor. And also, sorry, but once you get like someone buying a food place, that wins. Jack Dorsey's ever first NFT. Please don't be more than $13 billion. Okay, I don't know why I hesitated. Leonardo da Vinci. Let's go Leonardo da Vinci. The Baghdad Central Bank robbery was $100 million. It was $1 billion. Okay, fuck me. Damn. Maltese Falcon. I don't think it's $1 billion. 4 to 5. We're doing okay today. Not the best. Stitches on a baseball or keys on an accordion. I'm gonna go stitches. I feel like this goes crazy. Fuck me. I've gotten a sense for how fast the number goes up. Oscars, I don't think it's been 120, with respect. The times Bazinga said it's actually a very small amount, but I still think it's greater than 21. What's going on? Is something bad happening? Uh-oh. Is something like glitching or something? $11 films? Oh. We rocked it. We destroyed it, guys. 2020. Top 31%. That's okay. More than 11. Maybe the statistics are a bit older. However, it was not mogging. Yes. Letters, more letters. Yeah. Sorry, I went a little bit fast at the end there. Guys, we're gonna end it here. I have an interview to go prepare for. Yeah. I'm gonna take the rest of the day easy, let my voice heal up. I don't know what's going on. Thank you all very much for joining. Tupook, welcome to the streams. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the Discord. That's a weird thing to say. Good luck with the interview. Thank you. I hope it doesn't go anywhere. But thank you all. Of course, yeah, get some rest, and I hope the interview goes well. Of course, I hope to see you in the future, Tupook. I hope I never see Jizma again. TS Block, thank you very much for joining. We had Puras, we had Kat at one point. I think she disappeared. Who else do we have? We had QR earlier today. Evie. I think those are everybody. If I'm forgetting anyone's name, it's probably because I don't like you. Thank you all for watching it, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.